What is up, guys? It's your boy Paul here, coming at you with another video today. Look, today what I want to talk to you guys about is the importance of dreaming and allowing yourself to dream. You know, I often find that whenever I have talked to any of my friends and I'm asking them, what do you want to do? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Most of them and most people simply have no idea. Or if they do, it's very, very vague. I don't know if I'm befuddled by it just because I'm so immersed in what I am that I'm doing and like where I'm trying to go, and now I'm just like in the beginning stages of like trying to attract those other people to me who are thinking like that. But I've just wondered, and I'm like, and maybe this started for me back in high school when I didn't want to go with the status quo, so I started my own business and everything. But I really thought about it. I'm like, why don't people dream? Like, what makes people stop dreaming? What makes people think that what they have in their mind or what they had in mind when they were, like a kid, what makes them stop thinking that whatever it is was possible, right? What makes people stop thinking? And, then after just talking with more and more people, you just come to realize, well, when other people stop, and if you fall into that stuff easily, as far as peer pressure and all that stuff, well, then you tend to stop. You're not bold enough with whatever dream it is, whatever dream you have, to start, casting that to the people around you. And then for some of you who still do, you're not convincing, right? You're not convincing yet to the people around you. And, upon reading and just observing my own life as well, what happens when you dream a lot and when you cast the same vision to yourself over and over and over and over again, it's almost as if you're living in an already not yet. Like the Bible has this principle of there's like a lot of things that are already done, but they're not yet here, as in visible to us or shown to us. And in the same way, I've played so many clips through my head of what I already see for my future. And like when I talk to people, people hear the certainty in my voice. But it obviously hasn't shown up yet, right? This is like stage one. This is, the beginnings of something new. But it all stems from dreaming. It all stems from what, my self-talk is, what my vision is, and just how much I meditate on that and think upon that and just stir in that and, think about the emotions of that. Think about the people. Think about, what's going to be happening. Today it just randomly happened. I was watching, I think it was a sermon, and, one guy was talking about helping someone and no one else sees it. Like talking about helping people when no one else sees it. And the second he said that, it just triggered photos, images, memories for seeing things in the future of so many things. And I had to actually pause the sermon because my mind just went boom, 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 layer and layer and layer of so many things that fed into my vision. So many things of where I see myself being in the future. And it made me emotional, And I know I talk about that too, like getting emotional about your causes and all that stuff, because we are driven by emotion truly. We are emotional creatures. But look, it doesn't happen if you don't let yourself dream. And so who I'm hoping that I'm talking to in this video, is more so the person who still is surrounded by the non-dreamers, but you inwardly knew and that you were created for something more, but you gave up on that. And I want to call you out in the sense of allow yourself to start dreaming again. Like it's probably going to be too far of a step to start, casting it to the people around you and, all that other stuff. But allow yourself to start dreaming again. Next time you're going into your job, next time you're, going into school or whatever it is that you're going into that you are just doing as of right now, but it's not where you want to be. Whenever you have downtime there, close your eyes and think and just imagine. I want you to just imagine what that dream was again. Whether it's teaching somebody something or leading a movement or being, putting out your own artwork, whatever it may be, putting out your own music, go back to that again. Allow yourself to start dreaming. Because what I found is, like, and what I observe, I should say, is people who dream the most do the most, right? Something that's coming to my mind right now, As Martin Luther King, I have a dream. I have a dream, right? But that's what it starts with. It's I have a dream. And then the world waits for you to tell it what your dream is. And then the world comes together for that dream. Because the more you cast your vision, the more you talk about your dream, the more you're going to attract the people who want to fall in line with that. I was talking to my parents the other day, talking about the ability to either go out and socialize and make a lot of friends, or just talk about what I'm doing, and then for anyone who wants to tag along, tag along. And I have found that it has been easier in more efficient to put out what it is that I'm just doing and say, hey, for the friends that I made, anyone who wants to come, this is what I'm doing. Because it automatically gets people who are like-minded, who are wanting to do the same thing, they're already on board. Instead of having to go out and convince and just have a bunch of one-on-one conversations and just go out and try and convince people to change up, something that they're doing. You put out what you're doing and they come, they attract, right? And then you kind of build from there. But none of this happens if you don't dream. None of this happens if you don't cast a vision for yourself for where you see that you're going to be. None of this happens at all. So my plea to you is allow yourself to start dreaming again. Like allow yourself to get emotional in those moments again about what that would be like if your dreams came to fruition. How many people are you affecting, right? How many people lives are changed because of what it is that is inside of you, what dream it is that you have, So that is my plea to you, okay? Look, if this video helped in any way, shape, or form, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you're struggling right now with dreaming again, and maybe you've had a lot of people just kind of in your life, in your circle of friends, who are kind of just dream killers, and that has made you silently just stop dreaming. Let me know in the comments below. I want to talk with you. I actually want to have conversations to build people up, to push them to their things again. Real quick side note, I know I was in my closing, but there was a guy back from high school who I used to talk to. I still keep up with occasionally, but not nearly as much. He was talking about starting a band and going out and doing his thing, and I poured into this guy a lot. And he played basketball with me, and so I remember us having a conversation. He was either going to have to give up basketball or kind of pursue the music. And we had a conversation, and it is crazy to see where he's at now, 3 years later. He's going on tours right now, and he is a freshman right now in college, and he's going on tours around Florida. That's what happens when you allow yourself to dream. You have someone who comes in and pours belief, and I know I wasn't the only one, but I was one of the voices who said, do it. You're skilled at this. Do it. Builds it for 3 years, and boom, he's on tours. But that's what happens. You allow yourself to dream, have a conversation or two with people that you trust, people that are where you want to be, take their advice, run with it, whatever, and build. Let people know what you're doing, and just, you never know where it goes, And I've seen and I've heard about the people who are affected by his music. And it's just crazy to see what that is, okay? So look, if this actually is something that you're struggling with, please let me know in the comments below. I do want to have a conversation with you. If this video helped at all, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who could use this video, like yourself, please send it to them as well. And if you haven't already, subscribe below. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.